low around 46 degrees. Looking into the weekend and Saturday, sunshine and a high near 60 with a slight chance of showers moving into the area Saturday night. I'm Glenn Anderson, broadcasting live from the Tri-City Center at the 10 and 210 freeways. We're the trifecta of talk in Southern California. KCAA 102.3 FM Riverside, 106.5 FM Redlands, and The Legacy, 1050 AM, Loma Linda, San Bernardino.
You're listening to an encore presentation of this program, KCAA, the Inland Talk Express.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Black Friday edition of the Psychic Love Doctor Show. I am the Psychic Love Doctor, as I was dubbed by AOL. Oh, boy, back in 1996, I believe it was. The name is stuck ever since. I use an ordinary deck of playing cards, as many of you may already know, holding them up for those of you that are watching the podcast or those who are joining us live on Facebook Live, where we are on the Psychic Love Doctor Show page. I have with me, you'll never guess who. Lisa! She's back!
Hey, everybody. So glad to be here with Deborah Lee, the Psychic Love Doctor, right here live on KCAA Radio. I've missed you guys.
Oh, we've missed you too. Boy, there's never been such a spicy night as the ones I've spent with you.
Oh, yes. We get all hot and bothered.
So how are you all surviving in terms of the holidays?
Oh, boy. I've been hearing people do nothing but be thankful that Thanksgiving is over with now so they can escape their family, only to return in a few more weeks for Christmas.
Well, Lisa, you work a lot with folks that are in dysfunctional relationships. You are, again, remind everybody what your title is.
I am a licensed professional counselor and national board certified counselor in private practice, working primarily with couples, but I also see teenagers and individuals.
Are you finding that this is going to be just another typical holiday season, or are people a little nuts this year?
People are always nuts. I think the hype of the holidays is what really gets people all spooled up. There's family, there's the overspending problem that seems to happen a lot with the materialistic lens of the holidays. And I know it's especially difficult for people who are entering in the season single and alone.
It is. You are so right. And when we're all caught up in the spending spree and trying to get that, can you believe it? They have 80-inch televisions now. I mean, pretty soon an entire wall in your house is going to be a television. People are,
that's ridiculous.
They're camping out in the middle of the night. I mean, this has gone on, I realize, for probably, 20 years? But come on, is it really worth all that? You know, we put in all this frenzied effort.
Yes.
Yes, and we are hearing, you know, here and there, that size doesn't matter. However, I think it possibly does in certain areas of our lives.
Yes,
you know.
size matters.
And we women are big liars. About that. So anyway, poor Danielle is sitting in the wings, and I think we should bring her on out from Texas.
Hi, Danielle.
Hello. Hi. How are y'all?
We are fabulous on this hot and spicy Friday. How are you?
Good. I've been calling weekly, and I'm just giving Deborah a recap. I last talked to her last weekend when I went to the Marine Ball with my ex, and everything happened just like you said it would. I had a good time, and it was fun.
Okay, great. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. Did he drink too much?
He drank a little, not very much, but afterwards I went home and I know he went out drinking even more.
Okay. But at least if you're home, there's only
there you go.
So much trouble you can get into when you're at home.
That's true.
So what can we do for you, Danielle, during the show with your reading?
I just wanted to just tell you everything's been happening. We had a crazy week. We got into a fight today, and I just wanted to just get a reading about maybe what to take the right step, direction for the
Danielle, let me ask you,
yes.
Do you have us on speakerphone?
Yes.
Okay, we're having a hard time
hearing you and understanding what you're saying. You're kind of coming in and
let me
going
take it off. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Hey!
There she is. Okay, you were saying something about, just go back and tell us what you were saying.
No, we had a, so like after the ball, during the ball he was drinking and he would accidentally say he loved me. And I would just say, can you please not talk to me like that, like you're drunk, like don't play around like that. And then I saw him yesterday, and then we got into a fight and just trying to see if we could just get a reading and what advice you have for me to take in the right direction.
How do you feel about him, Danielle?
I do care for him. I really care for him. And I do still love him, and I want things to get better.
Would you like to get back together with him?
Yes, I want things to get better between us, but I want it to be together the right way in a healthy relationship.
Oh boy, you can address
the right way in a healthy way. Always comes down to communication. And even though I may not be a huge fan of all of Gary Chapman's work, I think the 5 love languages makes a whole lot of sense in the dynamic of a committed relationship. Are you very familiar with the 5 love languages?
Not very familiar, but I know of them.
And that would be a great starting point. If you get to the point where you can have that conversation with him on the basic level of what your needs are and what his needs are, and then you guys can just do what you do best, and that's make each other happy.
I agree with you completely. I agree with what Lisa is saying. Also, I'd like to mention here that see how he is when you have him in, say, a nice, peaceful, quiet environment. You're just chilling, just hanging out, watching TV. I get the feeling that he's still got a lot of party boy in him. And we want to make sure that he can move past that. Okay. And this is not exactly the time of year that it's really conducive to get anybody to show moderation. Right? I mean,
that's right.
It's tough. There's holiday cheer, holiday parties, holiday this, that, But I am seeing that it is something that you're going to need to address later on. That if he can't sit still, if he doesn't like just being one-on-one with you, then don't you feel there's still a lot of work to do?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I do feel, though, that there is every possibility and great potential for the two of you to actually have a better relationship than you ever did before. You have to watch him to see just how much he really wants it. Now, you can be in a romantic, ball setting, beautiful music, you're dancing, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, it's different when you're out in the harsh light of day, and you're don't have maybe enough money to be whining and dining each other, but just... what would you say? Like, take it a day at a time. One
day at a time. Keeping the lines of communication open. Watching what the expectations are.
Go ahead. We had a fight, but he's so confusing. He just confuses me because he was like mad at me, but he set me a chiropractic appointment for this week.
Oh,
that was thoughtful.
That was very nice. I get the feeling with him, he's reaching out to you, but there's still a fear of rejection in him. So if you have these arguments...
I'm just really confused, and we just had a really bad fight, and I'm just so confused. Like, he's like, I'm blocking you, and I'm just like, okay. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just so confused.
That's so tumultuous. He's blocking you, so you couldn't even reach out if you wanted to, if you're blocked. Is that right?
Yeah, he said that. He said that today. Like, he said he
yeah.
blocked me today and everything.
Well,
I would have him prove himself, wouldn't you? Let's see if he wants to really.
I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I know he's gonna unblock me because he planned that appointment for me for Thursday, and he's taking me. So I'm like, why are you gonna like say things? You know, I don't know.
Well, the two of you are in a very nebulous area with this relationship. He's putting out these little, I think it's almost like bait. He's putting that out there about blocking her. I think he wants to get a rise.
that's so annoying and so rude.
Oh, what?
And a little childish.
And very childish to block somebody.
It really is, because I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, okay.
Well, you're going to have a shift of power here. In his little cute male mind, he thinks he's in the power position, but you are actually going to take over. And by you letting him know, blocking is ridiculous. People have to talk things out. If he really insists on blocking you, you'll just go away. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's why I'm so confused, because I'm like, why are you going to block me? But then you set appointment for this upcoming week. So I was just like, okay, he's so contradicting. He's confusing.
Yes. Well, welcome to the male gender, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but
my
I was
goodness.
So you just said for me to just take it one day at a time?
I think so. You know, change, it's like Rome wasn't built in a day, and change doesn't suddenly happen overnight. But I really feel, I see his heart in your cards. I really feel he loves you, and he's very conflicted because his ego wishes that you would throw yourself at him and beg him to stay with beg him to stay with you, blah, blah, blah. But that's just not who you are.
I know. I don't want to beg him to come back to me. I want him to work for it. I want him to be better.
Very good. That's how.
But it's also setting that boundary and sticking to it. It's very easy sometimes to create a boundary. The boundaries get tested in the follow-through component. So it's looking at this kind of ups and downs and topsy-turvy, block, not block, have a fight, woo you at the ball, I have an appointment for you. From your perspective, to really get back into the power position, it's where is your boundary and how often can he break it? Because that's what's happening. Because you want to hear from him, so the minute he unblocks you, you're going to repeat the cycle all over again.
You have to tell people what you expect from them. Otherwise, they have to be mind readers. And I don't think we have a whole lot of them walking this, big green marble here. So
I'm very vocal with him. I try to be vocal with him, but he's just like, I don't know. I can't read him anymore. Like, I don't understand him anymore. It's hard.
Do you want me to bottom line this for you? I'm going to just give you the whole enchilada here, and it's a pretty good size enchilada.
Okay,
Here's the
I'm
thing.
ready.
He's going to frustrate you and continue to do so. There is a point when you, Danielle, are going to say, you know what? I've had enough. I'm pushing my plate away, and I'm getting up from this table. You are going to start casually dating someone else, and that someone else is going to irritate what should we call Sir Lancelot here so much that he is then going to step up, become that better man. Isn't it funny? Yep. When they go to really lose something, they come rushing to the front. And I know a lot of you guys out there right now are going, oh, Deborah Lee, you are so misguided. Well, guess what? I don't think so. And that's what will happen. He is going to come like a knight on a white horse and sweep you away. And this time you're going to have the Sir Lancelot that you really want. Okay, that's what I'm seeing is the bottom line here.
Really?
So, Yes, you can sit here and placate him and try to fix, this, but until he's actually actively participating, and
Correct.
you are
Yeah.
the therapist here.
I mean, he's not going to change unless he wants to change. And I'm sure you guys will cycle back around again. But as long as you are clear with your expectations and wants and needs, he either meets them or he doesn't.
Right.
And that's when it gives you the power to keep swimming in the pool of topsy-turviness or walking away.
And once he realizes, hey, this girl is worth hanging on to, he is going to come at you like gangbusters. The question then will be, will you still want him when that time comes? So,
Dun, dun, dun.
Danielle, thank you so much for calling. Please stay in touch. I think this is a situation we want to stay on top of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yes,
please.
of course. I'll call back on Friday
All right.
again.
Thank you for checking in.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's really kind of a familiar thing. You know how they have a formula in, say, fiction
Yes.
or in movies they make? Boy meets girl, boy loses girl,
Boy blocks girl. I know that whole blocking thing. I'm sorry. I personally have never been blocked, but I cannot imagine the drama and the ups and the downs with this back and forth, block, not block, follow social media. I'm not talking to you, but now you can talk to me.
So juvenile.
Oh my gosh, just run from drama. Just run away. Life is just too short for that hot mess.
Speaking of drama, how do you like that for a segue?
Oh, very good.
Come on, folks. Bring us some of your own drama at 909-792-5222. We're waiting to hear from you. In the meantime, I'd like to mention that I did go out with my adult sons, and I caught the movie Bohemian Rhapsody before it circulated out of the area. I got to tell you, I was enraptured. Of course, my generation, this was our music. And I'm amazed to see my sons who are in their 20s now, that they really had a real familiarity with Queen and Freddie Mercury's extreme talent. And one thing I'd like to say is I decided to read, I did mediumship is what we'll say. I read the cards pertaining to Freddie and how his spirit is feeling about that movie. There's an awful lot of controversy out there pertaining to the director and all the switching out of different people, that this has been an ongoing project. And they have the most amazing Freddie in this movie. Oh my gosh, the teeth and all.
I want to see it.
The thing is, why are so many out there criticizing the movie? Oh, this is just a real superficial, glossed up, like a, what do you call it, like a photo display or a montage. Yeah, where's the nitty gritty? Where's the homosexuality and the murky,
the Brokeback Mountain aspect, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it brings up to mind to me Andrew Dice Clay, who I believe this was in the early 90s, used to have as part of his routine, he would get into the subject of homophobia, and he would say, now how can we put this? Those of you out there that are familiar will remember this, where he posed the question, you either enjoy bananas or you do not enjoy bananas, and if you've never tried it, how do you know if you've never eaten a banana? If you catch my drift. So I think there's a lot more going on there than all this controversy, and it reminds me of Don Henley's song Dirty Laundry.
I don't know it.
Oh, you don't know it?
No, I don't know it.
About that, we love dirty laundry. Anyway, well, you're going to have to do
now I have to
homework
Google
tonight. Yes.
Gotta Google.
So anyway, Freddie was a little disconcerted in my mediumship reading for him.
Aww.
He had hoped that this movie would have focused more on how much he loved people. I mean, yes, there's a lot in Bohemian Rhapsody that is about his unrelenting genius and brilliance. And I mean, this guy drove himself hard. And look at the music that flowed out of him. I think he worked hard and he played hard and he loved hard. And he wishes the movie had been more about the love, not the
Oh.
murky, dirty stuff. And I don't know why anybody's interested. They're saying this movie failed the gay community.
Oh.
How? How could that be when this is one of the gay community's most, what did you call him? A legend.
Legend. He's a legend.
A most celebrated legend is what I would think of him as. And there'll never be another like him. I don't care. I know, and I just wanted to mention that it's just ironic to me that so many are caught up in that whole,
Oh, yeah, that aspect of it. Well, now I need to see it.
they said he was, in his real life, he was really slutty, he was da-da-da, and I'm thinking, well, hey, whatever floats your boat. So, yeah, we'll have to make a date and get out there and go see it.
It's a date.
If you haven't yet, please do. If you just liked Queen's music, you are going to love this. So,
Awesome.
on that note, where are our callers? You know where they are? They're all out shopping is where they are.
Oh, my gosh. I can't. Every year someone gets trampled shopping.
There was just a big gunfight down in, I think it was Alabama, Thanksgiving night.
Got to get that vacuum. 50% off.
That 80-inch screen TV.
You won't find me in a store on Black Friday.
No, that's what Amazon is for, right? I hear from, what is it, Techie Boy, handsome Techie Boy.
That's a new one. Normally I'm Camera Boy.
Yeah,
Camera
Boy. Ladies, we have a hot single man behind the camera here. So give a nice shout out to Josh. All right, Josh, what have you got for us?
We've got somebody who has a great question for you, and Sarah would like to know. She's planning on going to Madison Square Garden for the whole New Year's Eve, and she wants to know, is she going to find something meaningful there?
Oh.
Someone meaningful.
Someone
Times Square?
Times Square, yes.
She's going to freeze her toes off is what she's going to do in Times Square.
It's kind of like a needle in a haystack, but that whole New Year's Eve thing is on my bucket list as well.
I don't know. I was in New York City this time last year, right around for the parade, and I was out there, I want to say like 8 hours, because there was a ruck first and all that. I thought I was going to die. I was going to hypothermia. It was awful. It was cold. No, that is not on my bucket list.
And they have some very lovely hotels that actually look down on the whole Times Square scene. Off season, my son took his wife for an anniversary overnight in New York City, and they had a little tiny room, and it was $800 a night. So yeah.
No, I will be on my sofa under my fuzzy blanket, trying to live stream the ball dropping. That's what I'm going to be doing.
Well, okay, and I'm answering this very honestly for Sarah, who called in. But first, we're going to pause for station identification, and I will be working on the cards.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
Yep, we are back, and we are doing a reading for Sarah, who is joining us through Facebook Live, which is running simultaneously on the Psychic Love Doctor show page on Facebook. So if you want to catch us live in the action here. And Lisa's with us. So now back to Sarah's reading. Sarah, first of all, she said it was New Year's Eve, right? Mm-hmm. New Year's Eve is very much like Halloween. People that go out on these two particular, well, we'll just focus on New Year's Eve. You are dealing with a bunch of rammy amateurs, people that are just really looking for what the ultimate in a good time.
Oh.
Probably drinking shots, hand over fist. The answer, I'm sorry to say, my darling, is no. You're not going to find, if romance is it, you might find yourself a nice little hookup for the night. But if you're looking for something beyond that, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing it in the cards for you. But I do see 2019 as being a wonderful year for you, leading actually to marriage. You see that?
I see the card.
That's her getting hitched.
Well, now.
It will come to you through, she's going to meet her true mate through, it's a friend or a relative that's going to make the introductions. And I think it's a member of their family.
Oh, okay.
These introductions could very easily happen over the holidays like Christmas, but New Year's, I don't think so. I don't know that anybody's
looking to meet the love of their lives on New Year's, maybe.
No, I think they're looking to...
We're looking for the mistletoe.
They're looking to really tie one on and regret it in the morning, most generally. So if I were you, I would let love come to you. You don't have to hunt it down. You don't have to, go out and, there you go, lasso. So please hang in there, Sarah. It's on its way. 2019, you will meet your true soulmate, and I feel it will be a wonderful relationship that very quickly turns to marriage.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, definitely. Now, you brought a couple questions for us.
I did. And just a reminder, you are listening to the Psychic Love Doctor, Deborah Lee, on KCAA Radio. The call-in number is 909-792-5222. I got 2 people who've sent in some questions for you.
Wonderful.
All right. An oldie but a goodie. Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie and Andrew. So your predictions have been absolutely spot on. And she wants to know if you hear the sound of some wedding bells in her future.
I always love looking for a good wedding to attend.
Yes, me too.
And nothing makes me happier than to be able to say, I told you so. So here we go. Lisa's going to chat with you a bit while I look at the cards for Ellie.
So all of you out there recovering from an overindulgence in all of your holiday food yesterday, sitting around on this cold, cold night, why don't you call in and ask Deborah Lee about your love life?
Or your work life.
I want to know about the love stuff. That's far more exciting to me. But really, if you have a move coming up or a career change, but I prefer something a little more juicy while I'm here tonight. 909-792-5222. She will get those cards all hot and bothered just for you and be able to tell you what is in store for you in 2019.
Well, my perception is that right now there is a work-related distance situation for Ellie and Andrew. That is actually going to enable the relationship to even become more enriched, deeper, take on new dimensions. You know, you got to get out of bed and talk to them sometime. So it never hurts to be at a distance from each other where you can send emails, you can share text messages, you can even get an occasional phone call. And I think that really can help to put a relationship into true perspective for the future. Now, this is interesting. I am seeing that Andrew is actually quite concerned about Ellie. Ellie is, at a distance from him. He's busy doing his work. And frankly, I think this is about the best thing that could happen to these two.
Oh my.
Can any of you remember back when you were more here, here more often.
Like in the summertime.
Yeah, that there was always kind of a cat and mouse game between them. Well, that's changed. He's realizing more and more how much he really cares for Ellie and how invested he really is. And part of it is coming through, I feel, what should we call this? Undue influence by his ex.
Oh my, those exes.
I think the ex is actually enabling him to look at Ellie in a whole different light as, let's put it this way, not being a screaming shrew or, not being the,
a witch.
Satan's daughter.
Succubus.
Yeah, exactly. I just said, never mind. Okay, so that's what I do feel. And this distance, the old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. In this case, will there be wedding bells? I think he's very much contemplating this because he's missing her so much.
Aww.
So, plus, he knows that she is one hot number. He doesn't want to lose her.
Well.
So I think that Ellie should just punt. Keep sending him messages. Stay in the now with him.
Now.
Exactly. And when he comes back, I think she's getting a real Romeo who is going to romance her in ways that she, never even imagined. I am perceiving that he is actually studying up or looking for ways to be even greater at passion. And
oh my!
Yeah, he's gonna knock his socks off.
Oh my! I must follow this.
Okay.
These cards are all spicy.
And yes,
tonight.
I do feel there will be wedding bells. I'm seeing, just to wrap this up, Ellie, you got a few things in your own little family situation to work on. After that is completed, and it will be with, in short order, this can only be dragged out so long with family situation ongoing. It's after that things are going to really land on a level field for you for building a future.
And you should invite us to the wedding.
Oh, we love to come to weddings. In fact, I can even perform them.
Oh, look, it's Roger from Idaho.
Oh, Roger, hello.
Hello, ladies. How the fuck are you today?
Fabulous. Can't you tell?
That's great. I'm just watching on the Facebook stream here. I was wondering if I could get a fucking reading from you.
I'm not sure I can have,